Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, should I say tonight, I'm filming this at nearly midnight. Okay, don't judge. I just had a sudden spark, and I don't know why, but I have a really odd amount of energy right now. Perfect for ranting about the horses I don't like in Starstable, which is what this video is about today. I will be telling you my 5 least favorite horses in Starstable, with one of them that I hate more than all the others. Some of you may know, but
it's fine.
Anyways, that's what the video is about today, so let's get right into it. Coming in at number 5, we have the Icelandic horse. Okay, so this horse actually has a really, defensive community behind it.
I know.
And I honestly think that Starstable did a really good job with this horse. I do, and I think that it's very representative of the in real life breed. But for me personally, especially with the coat color I picked out, which is the Palomino, I am not a fan of bald-faced horses, which is not really an insult to the Icelandic horse model itself, just like this coat, I guess. But I thought I would like it, and I ended up just really hating it. I don't like bald-faced horses as much as I thought I would. And then I went and got a quarter horse that also has a bald face, but I actually like that one, so yeah, but off topic. Anyways, so my Icelandic is, I love the Tolt, and honestly, you'll find that a lot of these of my least favorite horses, there's not a lot that I hate about them. It's just I don't really ride them that much, just because I just don't really like them. I just have a feeling I just don't like them, except for one of them I really hate. But yeah, the Icelandic, it's just not the breed of horse. Okay, that's not the right thing to say about it. It's not the build I like, I'd say. I don't really like it. I'm really giving y'all great explanations here. I don't really like it, So aside from the face of this one that I got, I just don't really like riding it that much. I'm not a huge fan of the trot. I don't really like the trot at all, their movement in the trot. But like I said, it is not because it doesn't represent the Icelandic horse well. It's just my personal preference that I just don't actually like it in game. And the canter also throws me off a bit. Okay, meanwhile I run into those NPCs. And there's a pull. But yeah, so the Tolt is really cute though, not gonna lie. It is a cute horse. I think that the way they put their ears back in the gallop is cute too, but for me personally, there's always been something about it. I just don't like the way the horse is built. It doesn't really make me want to ride it. And then also the bald face, I'm not really a fan of it at all. So that's why the Icelandic horse ranks as number 5. My 4th least favorite horse is the Arabian, the updated model. And honestly, when these came out, I really wanted to like them. I used to be obsessed with the old model Arabian before any of these new models came out, but I love the Arabian horses in real life and such. I've just always been a fan, but this Arabian in game does have some really nice features too. There's just a few things that I can't get over. And they're not major, but I just, I don't ride it that much because they just bother me. Okay, one, let me just get right into it. The eyes on the Arabian, for some reason, look so much more lifelike than the other horse's eyes, and it really throws me off. Can you just, look at them for a second and not tell me you see that? Okay, but also, while it's eating, the way it, opens its mouth super wide, and when it brings its head back up, and it, chews like that, oh, I hate that so much. It makes me so mad. And yeah, so there's that. And those are just a few of the things. I love the walk, though. I'll just like add a few points that I do really like. So I really like some aspects of this Arabian, which is why I do ride it more than some of my other least favorite horses. And the walk and the trot is really good. Honestly, this canter is probably representative of the actual Arabian horse in real life. It's just a bit choppy for me in game. And okay, so this gallop. Look at the way the rider sits on the gallop. It's not moving. Do you see that? Like, I don't know if that's a new glitch or not, because I haven't ridden this Arabian in a while, but like, look at the hands. Okay, also, she doesn't have reins right now, but like, the rider doesn't move at all. It's very stiff, and that might just be like a small improvement. It's not really an issue with the horse itself, but I also just wouldn't ride this horse right now because of that. Oh my god, I sound so petty. It's fine. I really don't have major things against these horses. They're just horses I ride the least because of these things. Wait, that makes it sound like I have something major against them. Anyways, that's my explanation for the Arabian. My third least favorite horse is the Mustang. Okay, so these used to be like the bomb diggity back before a lot of horses got updated. And no, please do not make a comment on me saying the bomb diggity. I've never said that in my life. I don't know why it came to mind right now, but you know what? I'm saying it because it kind of sums up how people felt about these horses when they first came out. And to be honest, there weren't a lot of better options out there, so they were really cool at the time, but something I could never get over with them, and one of the reasons why I don't ride them anymore, and it's not because they're older, because I do still try to ride a lot of my older horses that I like, that like weren't updated yet, because obviously some of the ones that have been updated I'm gonna ride more just because they have better animations and graphics, and that's a whole nother rant for another day. But for the Mustang specifically, something I could never get over is how like small chested they are and how compact their chest and neck is. I don't really like the way the neck ties into their shoulder or their chest. It's always bothered me, and like when they walk, the way the leg moves. Okay, it's also an older model, so I get that, but it's still like, because I don't have a lot of like least favorite horses, so it has to be number 3 for that reason. But I don't really like the way the leg moves. And let me get to, okay, the canter is nice. I love the canter. Okay, the gallop is really like bucky. Okay, that is a whole pole. Okay, but I cannot do camera angles. It's fine. Y'all can tell. But the gallop is a little bit like, it looks like they're trying to buck, but they can't. And I feel like in real life, Mustangs don't really move in that way. Because, I mean, Mustangs are, they don't have super different movement from, say, a quarter horse from the Mustangs I've seen personally. So, like, I do love the buck still, like, right here. That's still really well done, but if I'm talking about, like, the Mustang itself, I could never get over the way the neck ties in to the shoulder and how compact it is in the front of them. It's like they're downhill in a way. If you know, like, conformation and such, it feels like they're pretty downhill and much wider in the back than in the front, which could be how Mustangs are in real life. It's just in game I've never really been able to get over that, so it's one of the reasons why I never really ride them that much anymore, or like why they're still one of my least favorites. My second least favorite horse is the Jorvik wild pony. Okay, and I know what you're gonna say. It's the same model as the Icelandic horse I already talked about, but I have a very specific dislike towards this one over the regular Icelandic. I don't know if it's just the mane style, but I really hate how bulky the neck looks on the Jorvik wild pony, which it could just be the mane style, but I hate that. And yeah, I don't really have another reason. I just for some reason hate this one a lot more than the regular Icelandic horse. I feel like these could have been really cool, but I just hate the way this horse is built. So for some reason it ranks a lot lower than that regular Icelandic horse does for some reason. I just, like, you'll never catch me riding this horse. I hate the way saddle pads look on them and all too, and I couldn't even tell you beyond, like, the bulkiness of the neck and, like, the shoulder. I couldn't tell you why I hate this horse, but I hate it so much more than the others. Like, I just have a dislike towards it, and it's a little bit unfair, not gonna lie, but I won't ride him. And finally, my most hated horse, my very least favorite, the one you will never, ever see me riding, is the Shire. So this might turn into a bit of a hate session. I'm sorry, I just have it's a very irrational dislike towards this breed in game, and I'm sorry to those of you who like the Shires. I just cannot stand them. So basically, I had to convince myself to get this Shire. Like, when they came out, I literally spent, like, months before I got one, and I had to, like, convince myself to get it. So that was kind of a red flag from the beginning, when you have to, like, convince yourself to get a horse in starstable, you feel me? Yeah, so I got it, and I immediately regretted it. They have a cute face, and that's about it. I hate the way the front end looks. It looks like their legs are not attached properly, and then you go to the back, and the front legs still look, like, overly muscular. Like, it looks like they don't match. And, okay, the back end's kind of okay. It looks like the horse is, like, squatting, though, in the back. Sorry, had to say it, but, yeah, and I really hate the build of this horse. If you look at it, like, look at the legs and the back end, it's so camped under. I think that's the right conformation term. But the front, that is not the right thing to say. That's not the way to describe it. I'm doing really well, okay? It's midnight, it's fine. But the top end of the horse is farther forward than the legs. And it's almost like it's leaning, which I think camped under means on the front legs for conformation. Fun fact. And yeah, so I hate that. I cannot stand the way this horse looks. I cannot stand it. If I see someone with a Shire, I literally, like, tell people, I'm like, I cannot believe there's a Shire. Oh, that sounds like some mean girl stuff. It's literally just because it's a Shire. I have nothing against you if you ride a Shire. I just can't stand the Shire itself. So, yeah, let's look at these gaits. Okay, the walk isn't too bad. Okay, also, disclaimer, I know people are gonna be like, it's an older model, so obviously it doesn't have as great of graphics, but when it came out, there were other models that were more decent, I just want to go ahead and say, and it's not about the fact that it's older, it's about the fact that I just have always disliked this breed. Even when it came out and was brand new. Okay, look at this trot. Can you trot, please? Look at the back legs. You cannot tell me that does not look awful. It's like a chicken leg. Like, chicken legs. Like, look at how they bend. That is not natural, sir. Okay, and yeah, from the front, it still looks like way too bulky up top and then way too skinny down below on the legs. And then, okay, why do I keep hitting this pole? It's okay, the Shire can take it. Yeah, so the back legs just are, like, hopping, like, maybe like a frog now. So first chicken, then frog. The Shire really does have a lot of talents. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Okay, the gallop is the only thing that's, like, not bad. I actually don't mind the gallop. And I think the ears are really cute when it gallops. But that's, like, the only positive thing I have to say about this horse. Okay, this is going to sound bad as well. Don't judge me. Actually, you know what? You can judge me if you want, because I have no shame on hating this horse. But I keep the Shire. Like, why don't you sell it still? Why don't you just get rid of it? Like, get it out of your life, get it out of your stable. Okay, and here's why. Because I had to convince myself to get this horse, I told you that, And so now I keep it to remind myself that I need to think through my decisions before I buy a horse. And, you know, I didn't really do that with, like, the Marwaris. I, like, impulse bought too. But, you know, when it comes to horses I know that I might not like, such as the Icelandic and the Shire, I have to remind myself what happened when you bought that Shire. And then also, I mean, I have one because I don't know why I keep this guy, honestly. Like, he's just here to remind me that I really hate the Shires. Like, he's just my reminder of my dislike for the creatures, for this poor breed. I cannot speak. Like I said, it's midnight. Anyways, that is the fifth and final of my least favorite horses. Thank you so much for watching and listening to my rant session. Let me know what your least favorite horses are in the comments down below, or, I mean, don't. Really up to you, or you can roast me for my least favorite horses. You know, it's kind of fair with some of the opinions I have towards them, or lack thereof reasons to dislike them. But yeah, okay, back to what I was saying. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for another video. Bye!